part of this process for me during this one room challenge is to reconnect with that confident person who felt and believed that she could do anything she set her mind to, no matter how. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dika, and I am a 40-something-year-old woman trying to figure out how to navigate this thing they call life. I am a born and bred of Caribbean heritage, living in New York City, trying not to get swallowed up because New York City is a hell of a city. But anyway, today is the intro video to the one room challenge fall 2025 mini projects edition. So if you have heard of the one room challenge, you know the one room challenge, you have 8 weeks to pick a room, either in your house or someplace else, but it has to be a real room. And you have 8 weeks to renovate that room as you see fit from start to finish. Last one room challenge, which was spring 2025, I opted to work on my bedroom, which is where I am right now. And unfortunately, I did not complete all the tasks on my list within the 8 weeks. And so I've decided for the fall 2025 one room challenge, I would do a series of mini projects that are both in my bedroom and outside in other spaces of my home. So the first project is going to be refinishing my radiator. So I live in an apartment, and by New York City law, landlords from October 15th and beyond, when the outdoor temperature falls below 55 degrees, they are required to provide you with heat. And so today being October 3rd, I have 12 days, if not less, to refinish my radiator before I could potentially get any heat. Because once I start getting heat, I cannot complete the project. I'm going to start today by applying the stripper to the radiator cover and let it sit for 12 to 24 hours and see how long it's going to take to remove all of the paint. My building was built in 1964, so I know for sure there is at least one layer of lead paint on this. And so I'll, include all of my PPE in this project: personal protective equipment, PPE, gloves, chemical safe gloves, my respirator, as well as eye protection. Fingers crossed I can get all the paint off by the end of this weekend, and if I'm really good, I'll be able to at least get one coat of primer on the radiator. I'm explaining a whole lot. Oh my god, I don't know if it's where I live or if this is just all over New York City, but this noise is doing too much. Before I forget, so yes, one room challenge, mini projects, 8 weeks. I didn't tell you what the other projects are going to be. So we're starting with the radiator because of course we have to get it done before October 15th. But the other projects include my bedroom closet. I have 2 French doors for my closet doors, and they need to be painted, and we need to replace the hardware. So that should be interesting. The third project is going to be my office desk. So I built an office desk and hacked an IKEA Ivar, well, 2 IKEA Ivars. It's a beautiful desk. I'll show it to you. I'm not just, well, I am tooting my own horn. It's a beautiful desk, but I haven't put the doors on yet. So finishing up the doors, which is going to include sanding, priming, maybe priming. Oh, and I want to do my balcony and maybe squeeze in the large, I think it's a 5-foot or 6-foot mirror that I have in my bedroom. I'll definitely include some clips of the radiator. It looks bad. It looked bad. I ain't even gonna hold you. It looked bad. But it's the last of 3. I did this before, so I'm not nervous. I'm just not excited either. Look, You know what? DIYing is fun. DIYing is therapeutic. For some people, DIYing projects throughout their home is a necessity because of budget and what have you. But don't get it twisted. Do not believe the hype. It is hard work. And you save money on labor, but you have to put in a lot of work. And if you have a family, if you have a full-time job, if just life is on your back, it makes it that much more difficult. So when you see people doing DIY projects, understand it's a lot of hard work that goes into this. And these are not professionals, right? And so they have to learn a new skill. They have to acquire the tools and then have the confidence to get it done. I refinished my first radiator during shutdown. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had confidence and time. And part of this process for me during this one room challenge is to reconnect with that confident person who felt and believed that she could do anything she set her mind to, no matter how difficult it was, no matter how much time it would take. She took a risk. And why do you say you're a 40-something-year-old? I'm very intentional about saying that I'm a 40-something-year-old because oftentimes when we get older, or as we get older, we become more risk averse. We become more cautious because we understand the consequences of a wrong move. And so we don't take risks that our 20-something-year-old self would take, right? And in that caution, we lose ourselves. In that caution, we slow ourselves down and we really put restrictions on ourselves, and it's not a good thing, you know. And as adults, we are so afraid because we know that if we fall, we may not have someone to catch us, or that pop-up will take a little bit longer, and we lose confidence in ourselves. And one of the reasons why I started this channel was because it was something that I'd always wanted to do, and I was so afraid of being judged by people I don't know, right? Or even people that I do know. And I finally decided 5 years in just to do it. I'm not doing it for followers. I'm not doing it to be monetized. If these things happen, I will be thankful. I will be very thankful that people resonate, connect enough with me and my story to follow along with me. But this journey is about me stepping out of my comfort zone, stepping out of my fear. That big word, fear, right? Because that's what it is. Fear of being judged, fear of failing, fear, whatever you are afraid of. My goal in creating this challenge is to encourage you to look beyond the fear and see what is possible. See what's possible. And doing all of that through DIY projects. Right? I have a 1-bedroom apartment. We only have so much space, but we are gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun. I hope you have fun. And I'm gonna try not to spend too much money. Oh my gosh. Listen, if my story resonates with you, I implore you, follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment below about the time you took a risk. It doesn't have to necessarily be a DIY project, even though I'd love to hear about the first or a recent DIY project that you didn't know what the heck you were doing and you did it anyway. And it can come out janky. Like, our goal is not to make a janky project, but if it's janky, it's all right. As I've heard before, it may look good from far, but far from good. And if it's too close and they can see your imperfections, we ain't even gonna worry about it. We'll start it again. We'll slap a coat of paint on it and put some caulk in the seams, and it'll be perfect. Thank you so very much for listening to me. Thank you very much for taking your time out to spend with me, because time is valuable, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. If you've gotten this far in my video, as I said before, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along as I complete my one room challenge fall 2025 mini project edition. That's a mouthful. And I'm hoping beyond hope that I actually stick to my schedule. Stick around, let's see how these projects turn out, and I hope to see you next week.